Hello, thank you for joining me today on this problem on circle geometry. Now, I have three methods that I would like to apply to solve this question. So I want you to watch to the very end so that you can watch or understand the three methods that are involved that you'll be learning today. Now, let me start with method 1. So I'll call this method 1. Now, in my method 1, this is what I'll simply do. I'll trace this point here, this line here, to meet this one. So that is a straight line. So now, what I need to do is to look at this line that is passing through the center of the circle, which is a diameter. So this line is a diameter. So the angle that this diameter makes inside this triangle, this is the triangle I'm looking at now. So this diameter now makes this angle inside this triangle. So this line and this opposite angle is the diameter, is the angle of the diameter. So this part now, I want to believe you already know the theorem I'm going to. So this angle is 90 degrees. 90 degrees, because angle in a semicircle is right angle. That is a theorem. That angle in a semicircle is right angle. So anytime you have a diameter like this, then the angle that diameter make inside its triangle is equal to 90 degrees. That is, it is right angle, which is 90 degree. So if this is 90 degree, then I'm sure you understand how to find this particular angle, because 90 plus 40 is 130, and then 180 minus 130 will give me this place as 50, because sum of angle in a triangle is 180. So 50 plus 40, that is 90, plus another 90, that makes it 180. Sum of angle in a triangle is 180. Now that we know this place as 50, then you will agree with me that this angle y and this 50 are angle in the same segment. How do you identify angle in the same segment? You look at the origin of the point where the lines are coming from. So these 2 points now, I have a line going to the circumference, and from this point I have a line going to the circumference to make this angle y. In the same way, from this point I have a line going to the circumference and another line from this other point going to the circumference. So the pairs of lines are coming from the same point, and they both go to the circumference to form angles. So these two angles will be equal, and the theorem is that angle that is angle in the same segment are equal. So simply I can say y is equal to 50 degree, and the reason is angle in the same segment. The same segment. So that is the reason for that. Then now, let's apply method 2. Let me go to method 2. So that is the end of method 1. Let me go to method 2 so that you see how to apply that second method. Now, in method 2, I'm also going to make a trace here. Please don't forget I have 3 methods, so you can watch to the very end so that you can learn different methods of solving geometric problems like this. Now, the second method is that I'll trace this to the center of the circle. So I trace a line from here to the center of the circle. So a line from the center of the circle to the circumference is a radius, right? And also a line from the center of the circle to the circumference is also a radius. So that means this line is equal to this line, because this is a radius and this also a radius. So the two lines are equal. And that tells us that this triangle is an isosceles triangle. A triangle where two sides are equal is an isosceles triangle. And the base angle of an isosceles triangle are equal. So the base angle of an isosceles triangle are equal. So if this is 40, this base angle, this second base angle will also be 40 degrees. Base angle of an isosceles triangle are equal. So now we have 40 plus 40 to give us 80, right? Now, how do we get this third angle of the triangle? So we simply say 180 minus 80 to give us 100. 180 minus 80 will give us 100. So that we have 100 plus 40 makes 180, which is sum of angle in a triangle. Good. Now, let's come to these 2 points now. I have a line from this point going to the center. I have another line from this other point going to the center. And the 2 lines make angle 100 degrees. They form this angle 100 degrees. From the same point now, I have another 2 lines going to the circumference. And I have another 2 lines from this same point going to the circumference. And to form angle Y. Now, the theorem says that angle at the center is twice that at the circumference. So that means twice that at the circumference, which means 2y, twice that at the circumference is equal to angle at the center, which is 100. So don't forget, the 2 lines must come from the same point. A pair goes to the center and another pair goes to the circumference. In that case, we say angle at the circumference or angle at the center is twice angle at the circumference. So for me to get the value of y, I simply divide this by 2 and I divide this by 2. This cancel this, and then finally I have the value of my y there. 100 divided by 2 is 50. So I have y as 50 degrees, which is what I obtained before. Now finally, method 3. Let me write method 3 here. Method 3. Now, in order to solve method 3, I'm also going to make another trace again. I'm also going to draw another line. This time, it is a tangent. A tangent is an external line that touches a circle. So I'm tracing this external line here now. Now, there's a theorem that says that a line from the center of the circle onto a tangent is right angle to the tangent. Or you can simply say, when a radius is drawn to a tangent, the radius line and the tangent make 90 degrees. That means the radius is right angle to the tangent. So the whole of this angle is 90. So if this portion is already 40, then this remaining part now will be 90 minus 40, and that is 50. So this angle is 50 degrees. Now, to see that this angle is 50 degrees, you agree with me that this chord here makes angle 50 with this tangent. So this chord here makes angle 50 degrees with this tangent, which is this 50 degrees. So the chord and the tangent together makes 50 degrees. Now, you also agree with me that this chord makes angle Y in this triangle. I hope you are seeing it. This chord here is also having this angle in the triangle. So don't forget a line and its opposite angle. So this chord and its opposite angle that it makes in this triangle, and that opposite angle is y. So the theorem says that the angle that that chord makes with the tangent is equal to the angle that that chord makes inside the triangle. And what theorem is that? That angle in alternate segments are equal. Angles in alternate segments are equal. So that means y is equal to this angle in the alternate segment, which is 50 degrees. So the rule there says alternate segments. Alternate segments. So that's the reason for this particular third method. So method 1, method 2, and method 3. Any of the 3 methods you can apply. Which of the 3 methods do you think is the easiest or is the best for you? Let me know in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and share this video so that others can learn from it. And don't forget to join me in my next video. Thank you for watching.